Hello folks, Everchanger here and welcome back to more Pokemon Yellow. Last time, we unexpectedly had to struggle our way through the Seafoam Islands. I thought just cutting through the area would be easier, but unfortunately that was not the case. This time, we are going to be finally wrapping up our little ocean-faring experience here, and I can pretty much guarantee that's going to be the case because there are only 5 remaining trainers on this route. Now, I should point out, historically in the Pokemon franchise, if a Pokemon game is to be released in a given year, it has never, ever been revealed later than the second week of May. I am mentioning this because in the off chance that a Pokemon game either gets announced very soon or has already been announced by the time this goes up, I'm not going to know about it in recordings for a little bit, because for personal reasons that I'm not going to go into, one of them being finals week, another one being something a bit more unique. I am recording this video and the next couple of videos quite far in advance, so I'm actually recording this episode on May the 6th, and I believe this episode actually isn't coming out until May 15th, so just thought I would throw that out there. So if a Pokemon game does happen to get announced, I can guarantee you I will be hyped for it. I just won't reflect it in my commentary for a little bit, just because... Wait, did my Repel run out last episode and I just forgot? It probably did, so I'm going to throw that back up really quick right here. But yeah, I hope that a Pokemon game releases this year, and I really hope it's on the Switch. It would be highly unlike Game Freak to adopt new gaming hardware that quickly. But let me dream. Can you imagine how awesome Pokemon on the Switch would be? I mean, let's be honest here. Alright, unfortunately Lapras does not have an Ice-type move as of right now, so I think we're still going to be doing our little switch strategy. You see what I did there? Alrighty, so this is a bird keeper, so I don't think we have too much to worry about. At least I hope we don't. Alrighty. Man, it is so nice having Surf on a whole bunch of the members of the team because it's just such a great move. There's really not much I can think of about it that's bad, except for the slight nerf they gave it in Generation 4. Because for anyone who doesn't know, in Generation 3, Surf would not hit your ally, but in Diamond and Pearl onwards, it does. So that makes it a little worse than it used to be, but honestly, I don't think that's too terribly big of a deal. Especially since even now, in the year 2017, when Doubles is the standard Pokemon Company battle format, the single-player adventure is still largely a 1v1 deal. Honestly, some people like that, some people might not. Honestly, I think it would be a lot better if they sort of had various different kind of... Wait, did I just misclick and take that thing out in one shot with my Lapras? Maybe I'm crazy. Seriously though, like whenever I make a mistake on screen, I feel like a lot of people just don't understand how difficult it is to play a game and commentate over it at the same time. Like, it's surprisingly challenging. Anyway, Blastoise gets level 38, and I think with that we are ready to move onwards, so let us hop back on Lapras. And the next trainers should be right over here. My boyfriend gave me Big Pearls. Very nice, even though technically the item Big Pearl I'm pretty sure doesn't get introduced until Ruby and Sapphire. But who's counting? I mean, really. Alright, anyway, Lapras comes out. Unfortunately, it's not a very good type combination to be going up against these guys, so it looks like we're actually going to be sending out Charizard just for the sheer power factor. Also, that's probably a good move because it's only normal effective, that Ice Beam attack. Regardless of what the sound effect might tell you, it is indeed normal effective. Alright, Slash bring down that Shelter. And next up we have another shelter. Alright, I'm really hoping Lapras can get to level 28 by the time we get to the next town, and the next town is actually very close. We will almost certainly be getting there this episode, and I am really, really glad for that, considering it's 2 episodes later than I thought we were going to. In my little planning document for the remainder of the LP, I had us arriving in the next town in episode 51, I think it was. As you can see, it is not episode 51, it is indeed episode 52 right now, and we're still not there. And Lapras gets level 28, which is awesome. Alright, next up is Cloyster. That's an interesting one. Something tells me all the end slates for these episodes are going to be various water Pokemon, considering that's pretty much exclusively what we've been fighting for the past few videos. But luckily, once we get to the next town, that is going to change almost to a polar opposite, I can guarantee you. Alright. Is this going to one-shot? The answer is no. That's actually quite surprising, although Cloyster I'm pretty sure is an extremely defensive Pokemon, so I guess I shouldn't be too terribly surprised. Anyway, down it goes. And we defeated Beauty. 2 trainers to go. Man, we've been fighting so many trainers these past couple of episodes. I swam here from Cinnabar Island, and there it is! That is the name of the next town. This is going to be Cinnabar Island pretty soon, if we just move a little bit further west. Very nice. And I gotta say, I'm really excited for Cinnabar Island because I really like the music, and I also really like the color that they picked to represent it in yellow. It's very vibrant. I can tell you that much. But I think we'll probably wait until we defeat the last trainer on this route to go into the details of that any further, because we should have a little element of surprise in this series, I think. Alright, Charizard's probably pretty darned close to level 49, which is insane. Charizard's almost certainly going to be our first Pokemon to cross into the 50s. Ideally, I would like the entire team to be in the 50s by the time we finish the game, but I'm really not sure how feasible that's going to be. It'd be nice, I won't argue that, but something tells me we won't be able to make everyone into the 50s by the time we get to the end of the game. Luckily, the AI in Generation 1 is stupid enough that I think we'll be able to manage. Alrighty, I'm so disappointed, she says. And still, look at that sprite. Fully clothed, but neck-deep in the ocean. Don't ask me how that works. Cinnabar in the west has a lab for Pokemon. That is very interesting and very important. Do you all remember way back in episode 9, I think it was? 8 or 9, one of those two. We obtained a fossil. Believe it or not, we are on the cusp of being able to revive it into an actual Pokemon, and that Pokemon will actually cross us over to 40 owned. See, not too much later than Blue got to that milestone, I mean, honestly speaking. But yeah, speaking of that, it's kind of crazy how quickly this Let's Play has flown by. It feels like just yesterday that I started it, but we're actually quite close to the end of it. It's really insane. Like, I feel like I think I mentioned this last episode, but I'm pretty sure we have probably a little over a dozen episodes left in this series before we can actually tie a little pink bow right on the top and call it complete, which is really exciting. It'll allow us to move into greater and more advanced types of games, if you know what I mean, because honestly, Generation 1 Pokemon games, very, very, very basic stuff. Alright, and with that, we have defeated every trainer on this route, and we may now enter Cinnabar Island. Look at this color. It's beautiful. First things first, before we do anything else, I really think we ought to heal up our team as best we can, because if we don't, we might have some issues in the not too distant future. Alright, our Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. Now that we have done that, I want to head over to the PC because it is high time we went in here and we withdrew the dome fossil. Oh, the heresy. Anyhow, with that, we may now head out this way, and we may enter one of 2 research facilities on the island. Pokémon Lab. Let's head right on in here, and there's a lot of stuff to do in here, believe it or not. A photo of the lab's founder, Dr. Fuji. Very interesting stuff. You might recall back in Lavender Town there was a Mr. Fuji there. I have to wonder if they're related in some way. We study Pokemon extensively here. People often bring us rare Pokemon for examination. One thing I really like about Cinnabar Island is how much lore is actually in this area. The Generation 1 Pokemon games are pretty light on world building and lore and things like that. Except for Cinnabar Island, there's a lot of really neat stuff here, and that's why I like it so much. Pokemon Lab Meeting Room. What do we got in here? Hello there. Do you want to trade your Golduck for a Rhydon? No, but that's definitely an interesting trade. I think there's like 2 or 3 trades in this area, believe it or not. I found this very strange fossil in Mount Moon. I think it's a rare prehistoric Pokemon. Very cool. Hi, do you have Growlithe? Want to trade it for Dugong? This is a fantastic trade if you do not already have a really good water-type Pokemon with you. Believe it or not, you can actually catch Growlithe somewhere on this island, and then you can take it to that lady immediately and trade it. Really, really good move to do that if you are in need of a water type. Eevee can evolve into one of 3 kinds of Pokemon. Tish, 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 I made a cool TM. It can cause all kinds of fun. And we get TM35. I know ahead of time that is Metronome, which can randomly call any move in the entire game except Metronome again and Struggle. Very neat. There's an email message. The 3 legendary bird Pokemon are Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Their whereabouts are unknown. We plan to explore the cavern close to Cerulean. From Pokemon Research Team. Keep everything in that email in mind for later, because that is some important stuff. What does this sign actually say? Pokemon Lab R&D Room. And right here, Pokemon Lab Testing Room. This is the one we want. Now, what's on these computers? Oh hey, it's an actual PC, which is good because I completely brain farted and forgot that we actually have 2 fossils with us. So, we can deposit the TM35, and we can withdraw the old Amber, which we obtained using Cut to get into the back offices at the museum in Pewter. Very, very interesting stuff. Is this one also a PC? Yes, it is. Very cool. Also very convenient of them to put that there. I'm looking for Kangaskhan. Want to trade one for Muck? Not right now. Aw, oh well. And Repel wears off. This guy. We want to talk to this guy. Hiya. I am Important Doctor. I study here rare Pokemon fossils. Have you a fossil for me? Yes, we do. Let's give him the Dome Fossil. Oh, that is Dome Fossil. It is fossil of Kabuto, a Pokemon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make that Pokemon live again. Sure thing, buddy. So, you hurry and give me that. And we hand over the Dome Fossil. I take a little time. You go for a walk for a little while. Did he just moonwalk backwards? What the heck? That's an interesting one. Anyway, leave the room and come back and he should be done. I take it. Oh wow. Do we actually have to leave the entire building? Alright, so let's head right on out this way. Out the building and back. And maybe that should do it. Oh, I miss the days of the new games where it's an instantaneous process. Where were you? Your fossil is back to life. It was Kabuto, like I think. And we get Kabuto. I don't think we'll nickname this one. There's no more room for Pokemon. Kabuto was sent to Pokemon Box 2. Very cool. And now that we have done that, we can give him the old Amber. Oh, that is old Amber. It is fossil of Aerodactyl, a Pokemon that is already extinct. My resurrection machine will make that Pokemon live again. So, you hurry and give me that. and we give him the old amber. I take a little time. You go for a walk for a little while. Again, we need to leave the building and come back, and we want to chat up this guy again. Where were you? Your fossil is back to life. It was Aerodactyl-like, I think. And we got Aerodactyl. I really, really like Aerodactyl, and honestly, I've never used one on a team before, but I'd really like to do that at some point. And we will send it to the PC. Very nice. Those Pokemon will probably have cameos in the end slates of videos going forward here. But yeah, we now own 41 Pokemon to our name, which is really, 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 really nice. Anyway, right up this way, we have the gym. Cinnabar Island Pokemon Gym leader, Blaine, the hot-headed Quizmaster. But the door is locked. Very suspicious indeed. Cinnabar Gym's Blaine is an odd man who has lived here for decades. Scientists conduct experiments in the burned-out building. The burned-out building is indeed this one. Cinnabar Island, the fiery town of burning desire. No, that's not what I wanted. I was hoping there would be a sign to sort of describe what this place is, but I guess because there is no sign, we are going to have to wait until next time to figure out what the deal is with this quote-unquote burned-out building. So, this past episode of Pokemon Yellow, we finally made it here to Cinnabar Island, and we were finally able to revive these fossils that we've been lugging around for our entire adventure. And next time on Pokemon Yellow, we are going to be checking out this burned-out building, partly to see if we can find a way into the gym, but also to find out what kind of experiments they would conduct in there. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Kabuto, コーラポケモン。高さ 0.5 メートル。重さ 11.5 キログラム。古代生物の化石から再生したポケモン。硬い殻で身を守っている。